Welcome to another edition of a FastHockey.com broadcast here from the Just Jordan Arena in Iroquois Falls, Ontario. I'm Tom Parisi, joined by Cody Belanger as always. We're in the home of the Abitibi Eskimos for this evening's matchup between the Eskies and the Cochrane Crunch. Now, Cody, this is when we talk about in our pregame show what's gone on this week in the NOJHL. Let's start on Wednesday.
Everything you need to know about the NOJHL in 7 minutes or less. We are starting on Wednesday night with the Sudbury Nickel Barons taking on the Blind River Beavers. Sudbury opened the scoring on Wednesday night by a goal by Lucas Toth. Blind River, they managed to get the equalizer midway through the first, but the Nickel Barons closed out the first with a score of 2-1. Sudbury put the game away in the second period. They had 4 goals in the middle frame. Final score was 6-3.
Perfect. Last night, Friday night, featured 4 games on the schedule. The first was Elliott Lake flexing their offensive muscles versus the Blind River Beavers. They beat them, Cody, 8-1. Now, the attack was led by Liam Bias and Spencer McLean. They each had 2 goals in the contest. Sam Gagnon chipped in with 4 points for Elliott Lake in the massive 8-1 win.
Also last night, the Sioux Thunderbirds, they won their second straight, doubling up the Powassan Voodoos, 4-2 final score. Both teams, they were scoreless through that first period, but Sioux came alive in the second period. They went up 3-2 and potting another in the third period.
Perfect. And the Cochrane Crunch, this evening's opponent versus the Abitibi Eskimos, were in action last night. They kept the Mattawa Blackhawks winless on the season. The Mattawa Blackhawks are 0-6 so far. They beat them an impressive win, 8-2. Forward Cody Gratton had 4 points in the win. He leads the league right now, Cody, with 11 points on the season.
Very
Not
impressive.
bad.
Yeah.
Reed Gregory and Dustin Cordero, they each had 2 goals in the win for the Crunch.
And the Abitibi Eskimos were also in action last night in Timmins, though not here at the Just Jordan Arena. They're at the McIntyre Arena. They were taking on the defending league champions in the Kirkland Lake Gold Miners, and it was a little bit of an upset. Not just because of the result, but also because of who Coach Paul Gagne had between the pipes. Kirkland Lake opened the scoring midway through the first on a goal by Dylan Rosen. That is his second of the season to start the scoring. In the second period, the Eskies forged ahead thanks to a shorthanded goal by captain Kevin Walker. Impressive feat by him. And then on the power play, thanks to Cameron Etherington's first goal of the season. 17-year-old Braddock Ballarud, he was actually in the net, making his first start for the Eskies. He had 32 saves in the contest. That was also his first win of the season.
And Cody, young Braddock Ballarud, the 17-year-old from Aurora, Ontario, made 32 saves in that win. What did you like from his game? And did you think Paul Gagne went with the right choice in net? It's only Game 5.
Absolutely, and this is one thing we hypothesized before the season. With both these teams being so close together, I think you're going to see a lot of fan mixing, and that's certainly the case here tonight as the Just Jordan Arena erupted with the great save, although that could have been in appreciation of the great effort the Abitibi Eskimos put in on that play as well.
The Eskies have tied the shot.
Welcome to the first intermission show at the Just Jordan Arena in Iroquois Falls, Ontario. I'm Tom Parisi, joined by Cody Belanger, as always, and it was an entertaining fire wagon hockey style of first period. The Cochrane Crunch have come out with a 1-0 lead, courtesy of Dustin Dugault's first goal of the season on a bouncing shot past Braddock Ballarud. And Cody, it's been a contrast of both teams in their breakout plays, and their style of play is just so different tonight. It's tough to explain.
Yeah, I'm in awe of the Cochrane Crunch. I have no doubt that the reason and the method on how they play the game, if this is their style of hockey from the entire year, and I can assume it is, they are playing a very aggressive style of hockey. They're usually sending 2 or 3 people in on the forecheck. They're sending all 3 defenders and only leaving 1 man open whenever they're on the penalty kill, and they're boxing out the Abitibi Eskimos as they try and gain the zone, which is extremely difficult for the Abitibi Eskimos because then they try and make a centering pass because they're blocked in. It hits a skate, it hits a leg, it hits a knee. The Cochrane Crunch are not ashamed to get in the lane but with their bodies. So it's really difficult for the Abitibi Eskimos to get set up in the offensive zone. The only way I see around this is to play the good old Don Cherry style of hockey, dump and chase.
Dump and chase, bang and crash. Now, what did you see from the Eskies? Because they had their chances, the shots, 17-15 after the first period. So they're in this, and they got some great chances, too. What do they have to change? What does Coach Paul Gagne tell this team
in the dressing room right now to get their act together.
His best of the game. And the Cochrane fans in the crowd in utter appreciation. Their goaltender bails them out again.
It's a really strange atmosphere here tonight because, we mentioned this earlier in the first period, with both these teams only about 15
A puck, a
minutes
fortuitous bounce, scores!
And now you hear the fans at the Just Jordan Arena cheer on the Abitibi Eskimos. But we said this year in and year out. Those backboards at the Just Jordan Arena are active, and the Abitibi Eskimos can thank
show at the Just Jordan Arena from Iroquois Falls, Ontario. I'm Tom Parisi, joined by Cody Belanger. And after 2 periods of play, we are tied at 1. The second period goal coming off the stick of Brendan Locke. And Cody, you like that goal for a number of reasons.
Used to play hockey quite a little bit, and I have just got to give kudos to Brendan Locke's patience. It was phenomenal. If I had been in his skates, I would have been so excited to have the puck in the slot, that fortuitous bounce right onto his stick. I would have shot it, and, it would have been saved, no doubt about it. The Cochrane Crunch goaltender tonight has been phenomenal. Instead, he has the patience to pull it into his body, which made them think that it was going top shelf. So the goaltender dropped. He took it across the crease and backhanded it into the open net. It was just a thing of beauty to me. I've got to gush about that. That was a gorgeous goal. And Brendan Locke's patience, second to none here tonight. He's the reason they're up one, or they tie the game.
It's his second goal of the season. If you did miss the goal, what happened was the defenseman for the Eskies shot the puck in. It banked off the ever fortuitous boards at the Just Jordan Arena. And if you haven't watched an Eskies game on FastHockey.com before, we talk about the boards all the time here being lively. And the Eskies used it to their advantage. It came right back out to Locke. He brought it to his backhand, shelved the puck glove side on Troy Paquette. A thing of beauty. That being said, even if it was a couple of bouncy goals to have got in today, the goaltending has been very, very solid.
Absolutely. This game could easily still be scoreless. These goaltenders have been that good. The goal on Bailrud was a bobbled puck. It was early in the game when there was still a lot of moisture in this building. The pucks might not have been frozen quite properly. And then, of course, the gimmicky boards here at the Just Jordan Arena led to the Abitibi Eskimos' first goal. But both these goaltenders have been fantastic when the puck has behaved as they expected it to.
And that being said, the boards were being lucky. The bounce is going their way. The bounce is not going their way quite so on the ice. We've seen some shadier conditions this evening. It's a bit humid in here.
Absolutely. We've had a couple of days worth of rain, and I think that has contributed to less than perfect ice conditions. The Zamboni, during the first flood, it was probably the 5-minute mark before the ice was dry again. There were still puddles on the ice in the beginning of the game. So they're dealing with some adverse conditions here, both teams.
Now the Eskies, in this second period, despite the poor condition of the ice, came away still perfect on the penalty kill, and it was a tame second period, because if you've watched Eskies games before, they get a bit chippy, to say the least, in the second period, but only 2 penalties to speak of, and they kill them both off. 2 now. Cloutier with room, scores! Goal number 6 on the season for Brady Cloutier. The Eskies back on top. Poke it loose, Grattan forgets the puck. Has to go all the way back. 10 seconds. One last rush. Shoots a long one. That's an icing call. Now that may have not been the wisest of moves. And Ryan Leonard, the coach of the Cochrane Crunch, looking at Cody Grattan right now as in to say, what did you do that for?
You basically ended the game for the Abitibi Eskimos. It's real tough to get cross ice and score in just fractions of a second, more than 5 seconds.
It could take 5 seconds to win this faceoff. It doesn't, but with the seconds ticking away, the Abitibi Eskimos will win game number 2 on the season. Sorry, number 3. Another 2-1 victory. Braddock Bailrud, 36 saves for the win, his second straight for the Eskies. The Eskies' next home game, Tuesday, 7:30, Just Jordan Arena versus the Kirkland Lake Gold Miners. Be here. It's sure to be a fun one. And don't forget, tune in before most home games to see the pregame show on FastHockey.com for Cody Belanger. I'm Tom Parisi. We'll see you next time.